Shopping while black even in 2026 is a crime.
A black woman was accused of stealing clothes while shopping at Zara. The female clerks chased the woman all over the mall, only to find that she hadn't stolen anything.
Oh, here you can see the victim just walking out of Zara, completely has no idea what's going on. There's the first employee approaching her. Now, there's the second employee that came out of the store and is trotting up there. There's a third one that started jogging, and then a fourth one that started sprinting, which is crazy.
I recorded them running, chasing me, and I told her, this is not Ukraine. You can't be touching me. Like, they were all screaming and laughing like it was a joke.
So she is saying that you guys tried to grab her when she exited.
No,
like, did you guys try to grab her at all and stop her?
No, I didn't grab her.
Okay.
Can I file charges or what? Are they still saying I stole?
I'm gonna
I'm the one called,
Yeah.
so I want this merchandise shit to be over with. I want to file charges against those women now.
She wants to file assault charges, and you guys are filing theft charges.
I think she pulled over after she got rid of them, and then made it seem like she didn't have anything.
That might be the case, but I have to operate under what I have, right? So
The black woman walks into Zara store, did absolutely nothing wrong, and somehow ended up being chased, grabbed, and treated like a criminal for nothing. The employees even called the police, searched her car, found nothing at all. And still, there wasn't enough. The accusations didn't stop. But now that woman is taking it further. She is suing. She's holding them accountable. Let us hear how people are reacting to this case, their perspectives, and probably we're going to learn something from them. I will be coming back at the end for the critical analysis. Stay tuned.
If you look at the video, when the police are telling them that the woman they assaulted wanted to file charges against them, they were shocked. Like, what? She wants to file charges against, because they could not fathom that the police would actually take the word of that black woman over them. Even though there's video evidence to back up the woman they assaulted, what she said, they just couldn't process that they would take her word over it. And I can almost guarantee you they're going to come back and say, well, we're always told that if we think somebody is stealing, we need to try to stop them and blah, 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 whatever. But as soon as the company, which is Zara, still hasn't responded to anybody, as soon as they are confronted with this hailstorm and finally need to make a statement, they're going to say they ain't never told you that.
Not to mention, the police officer said that this store does this all the time. It is not the first time that they've done this. And I just have to applaud her, because black people do not sue enough. We really, really don't. We don't call the police enough, which I understand why, and we don't sue enough. And in this case, I'm glad that she did that. And the fact that the video footage is released is a pretty convincing sign that the charges happened. This is now public information, that we were able to even see all of these videos. If you go to her account, you can see all of the videos. And I'm really glad that they were blasted, and I'm hopefully Zara gets rid of these employees so that they don't harass anyone anymore.
And it would have took everybody to get me up off of everybody else that would have touched me up in Zara, with them assuming that I was stealing. Sis was out there running for her life as if, like, what are you running for? If you don't turn around and start Stone Cold Steve Austin, everybody that's chasing you and touching you, you knew that was not your, you knew that wasn't their stuff. She wasn't one of the real, I ain't gonna say real African American. She was an African American. She wasn't black. Cause we be wishing up on 1,000 stars that it would play with us like that. What you mean? You want to grab on me to try to take whatever out of my hand? Touch me. I want. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna run, skip, fast walk, move another muscle. Touch me. If you think that this merchandise is worth your vision, touch me. Cause I'ma knock your ass out. Touch me. Especially over some shit that don't belong to me or you. Well, this coat belong to me, but these clothes don't belong to y'all. What the, like, are y'all okay? And then chasing me like I'm it was her running full speed, jumped in her car and sped off. Yeah, maybe they just know who to try. Cause the first time we would have did was If not pulled out their phone for our old little 1-2, they would have called the police and tried to flip the script and try to make me seem like the aggressor so fast and try to get me bars so fast. Cause y'all know that's what they do. Whenever they in the wrong and they know they in the wrong and they kind of like, oh shit, maybe she wasn't stealing. They try to bar you from the store to make you seem like the aggressor because they can do that, because they give them the privilege to do that. Chasing me down would have got your ass walked back to Zara. What they said, I would have wiped out their nose. Is y'all cool? And then to go in there and the police assuming, like, what, how you just gonna believe them without even checking out footage? Then they couldn't even tell exactly what happened. They just in there stuttering line all over the place with the story. Y'all be trying to write people, I tell you that much, because baby, not one, not two, but 3 Karens chasing me.
Why I can't get an angry mob of white women to chase me out of store? And people be like, if that was me, I'll whoop their ass. No, let them chase me. If that would have been me getting chased out of Zara, baby, to this day, I don't know when the incident happened, I still have on a neck brace, a back brace, both my legs are being cast. The way, when we would have got outside, I would have threw myself down as hard as I could, road rash. Now I got PTSD. Every time I see a white woman, I'm foaming at the mouth. I can't go back to work because I work with 8 white women, and every time I see them, I feel like they gonna chase me. Every time I'm driving and I see a Caucasian near me, I feel like they're gonna chase. I can't go to Walmart. I can't go to Target. I can't take care of my kids. It's just so hard to even go out into the world now. I need at least $800,375.47 to get me right, because that's why certain shit happen to people, because I already got it planned. It ain't even happened to me. Yeah.
Y'all chased her through the mall, through the food court, to the parking garage, to her car, for what? An item at max that probably cost $34.99. You were going to risk your life for a company that by next week is going to replace your ass because nobody told you to go so hard for a $30 dress. You wanted to prove your white privilege took over your mind so much that you chased this woman to her car through the food court. Do you know how crazy, like, that shit is wild. Looking at the videos, like, it just made my blood boil. Because black women are never safe. You can't even go in the store and shop and leave the damn store. Can you imagine a Saturday, you're like, oh, let me go to the mall after work. And then you have 3 white women chasing you down over some shit you don't even have? To my car? You risk your life over a $40 possibly? That shit is crazy. And the crazier part is that when the police is talking to them, they don't even see anything wrong. They were still trying to say, oh, maybe we could have the mall security see where she got rid of the merchandise. You followed me out the store. You were watching me the whole time. Where did I dump the shit at?
She handled it better than I would. She held her composure better than I did. And I'm glad that she did, because she was like, now I want to press charges, because now I'm going to do what y'all thought that y'all were going to do to me. Now I'm going to do that to y'all. First of all, why did all 4, like, it was like 4 of them rushing out to get her. Even if she did steal something, why does it need 4 of y'all to go after her? Who is watching the store? Okay. And I'm telling y'all this now, like, when you're in that type of situation, it just doesn't feel good. And I think for her, it's one thing if you inside a store, but they literally ran out the store to go get this lady, and that lady did not steal anything. And they were trying their hardest, like, no, search her car. She got this. All of this is on camera. All this, the lady, she got all the videos. And like I said, I really do actually feel like she got a case because she sued them for assault, because why are you touching? Y'all should not be running out the store for these type of stuff. But first of all, Bath and Body Works, I saw a video. They came in with 2 bags and left with 2 full bags of items full of shit. And then people just didn't say anything. They just let them walk out with the shit. Because it's like, what if that lady would have really done something to hurt y'all? Then you would have had something to say. And no shade, those ladies had accents. So I don't know where they were from. I don't know. Somebody said it was like Ukraine accents, whatever. Like that lady said, this is here we do things here in America. No shade. Running after somebody, doing all that for some Zara pieces, it wasn't worth it.
If you work retail, you know this. The most dangerous thing for you to do is to chase somebody outside your store. So you literally don't. You just call the police and let them handle it. All your merchandise is insured, so your company doesn't lose money, you don't lose money, and most importantly, you don't lose your life. But what's not talked about enough is that all those employees, all white women by the way, lied. They lied about literally everything the moment the police got there. They said that she ran out the store. Video surveillance evidence showed that she just calmly walked out the store. Actually, the only people that ran out the store is them to literally chase this lady down. The employees said that they didn't grab her and that she pushed them. Video surveillance showed that they did grab her and she did not push them. They said that she didn't have the items that she walked in with when she left, but not only does video surveillance show, the cops checked her full car and it did show that she did have those items that she walked in with prior to her leaving. They lied about literally everything, and the police, instead of them being nonpartisan, you can hear them agreeing with the employees the moment that they tell their story. And the moment this lady want to file charges against the employees for assault, now everyone's confused and oh, we can't do that. Like, this isn't talked about enough. How easy it is for these employees, especially white women, to lie and authorities just automatically assume that it's the truth. Like, this is just so crazy to me. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
What's so crazy is you didn't only risk her safety, you also risked your own. I don't care if she was stealing or not. The fact that they took time out of their day to run out of their place of employment to try and physically stop her from stealing an item they thought that she stole is insane. What's funny though is they did all that for no reason. It was a waste of time, because even if she was stealing, the problem is you are putting yourself, the people that you're trying to stop, and the company at risk. I've been a store manager, in HR, and in loss prevention. You are not supposed to leave that store. You are not supposed to leave the premises. You are supposed to leave that up to either designated loss prevention, and even then, they're still supposed to be within a certain perimeter of where they work at, or call the police. Because if anything happens, that company's going to throw you under the bus because you can be replaced immediately.
I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm going to take a walk around Zara with a coat and a bag and walk around and see what happened. Roll the dice. Because you know what? It's Sunday. I don't want to go back to work on Monday. I don't want to go back. I would be comfortable quitting if I knew that there was some lawsuit money coming. So I might take a stroll around Zara and see who tapped me on my shoulder and accused me of stealing.
They continued to double down and try to get her arrested, with one of them saying, I wonder if we can have security follow her out and see where she goes. All because they could not admit that they were wrong. And they were hell-bent on getting that lady in trouble, to the point where they put hands on her. Literally looking crazy, running after her in the mall. Meanwhile, while y'all are running out, no one's watching the store, and anyone could go in there and steal. Yes, white women are human, but white women have a history and a legacy of being able to use their proximity to privilege against other people to cause harm. This black lady is sitting here minding her business, shopping. First of all, Zara's not even the most luxury store. But she's sitting here shopping, buying things with her own money, and y'all want to accuse her of stealing. Looking like the goddamn Zara KKK. Keep your foot on their necks.
I hope she has a civil suit against the employees as well. I hope they're tied into that lawsuit. Could we throw the cops in there too for instigating? Cause I got a certain vibe from the cops that I really just didn't like. I hope you Karens learn your lesson. I hope you learn your lesson. One day you're going to run into the wrong person and you're going to get mollywopped down to the ground. Why do y'all think y'all could touch on people like that? That's the really audacious part. Like, white people are just so audacious. But had that woman swung around and hit y'all with a clean jab and hook, oh baby, this country is very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Getting more interesting.
So, as someone who worked in retail for 17 years and I was a district manager for 9 years, let me give you my take on what happened at Zara. Anyone who has worked in retail knows that even if you suspect someone stealing, you cannot run after them. In retail, we are trained to prevent over apprehension, which means you want to prevent before it can even happen. So the number one deterrent of theft is customer service, which Zara 100% lacks. Now, if they were customer servicing her, they would have known that she came in with that jacket. They would have known what she was looking for, and there would have been less opportunity for stealing anyway. Which, in fact, they would have known that she did not steal anything. Now, in my time of retail, I have seen people leave a store and try to apprehend someone or accuse someone of stealing, and it never goes right for that person. Because if you really think about it, if someone has concealed an item and put it in their bag and they're still in the store, they technically haven't stole yet. In all, this whole thing is just embarrassing for the girl who didn't even steal. And, you know, this puts a liability for Zara. And I truly hope that Zara does let those girls go, because that was ridiculous and they were not trained that way.
One more thing about this whole Zara situation, because I know this is not a unique experience, so tell me if you relate. Because just like the victim in the video, I too walk into stores and see that there's nothing that I want. Because before I walk out this store, I get this mini panic attack, and I know I didn't do anything wrong. But because I didn't buy anything, I always had a feeling that the person working behind the register will assume that I stole something. And it could be any store. And that's because Black people don't live in reality. Our reality is based on the Ha's perception of us. And you could guess how terrifying that is.
I've said it before, and I will say it again. The most dangerous place for Black people to live is in white people's imagination.
Because before I even walk into a store, they'd rather treat me as a criminal than a customer. And let's say I did buy something, then I have somebody by the door making sure that's the only thing that I take. So there's no customer service because they treat me as a criminal going in and coming out. And this situation definitely solidified that fear, because if they actually treated the victim as a potential customer and not a potential criminal, we wouldn't even be here. Let me know if you ever experienced that panic attack when you're leaving a store empty-handed.
A Black woman walks into Zara, does what everybody else does, looks around, don't find nothing, walks out, and then somehow that turns into a whole police situation. How do you go from shopping into being chased, grabbed, and then pulled over by the police, and you have not even taken anything? I don't think that was about stealing, because if I've seen it, the police have searched her car and they found nothing. What was all that energy for? See, Black Americans have been talking about this every single time. Every single time they get into a store, they know what it is. Eyes on them, people watching them, employees whispering. They can feel it. And some people will dismiss it and say it is just in their heads. No, it is not just in their heads. Videos like this prove it. Did you see how fast they moved? They didn't just watch her. They put their hands on her. That's not just doing your job. That is the mindset that says that she probably did something without approval. And let's talk about that for a second. You mean to tell me that you are willing to risk your job, your safety, risk getting sued? Over what? A $30 item? That don't even make sense. That is not about protecting the store. That is not about protecting nothing. That is personal at that point. And then they chased her, they grabbed her, they called the police on her. So now she's not just a suspect. Now she's just being treated like a criminal for real. All based on what? A feeling? This is what is making a lot of Black Americans tired. Because this is not just one situation. It keeps happening over and over again. Different stories, same story. Different persons, same outcome. And then you people still acting confused when Black Americans says that they are tired. They are tired. Tired of being followed around like they don't belong. tired of always being treated like thieves, tired of always having to prove their innocence even if they have done nothing. And then here comes those white employees acting shocked when the policeman told them that the woman is going to sue them. For real? You chased her, you put your hands on her, you called the police on her, and now you are surprised that there are consequences? That is another problem right there. Because people do things to black folks and don't expect anything to happen after that. Like, they're just supposed to take it, stay quiet, move on like nothing happened. But I can tell you for sure, not anymore. Black Americans, as they said in the video, they are going to start suing those people. And shout out to the person who recorded the video, or probably the video came from the CCTV cameras. But I'm telling you, if there were no video, this could have been flipped. These white women could have simply said that she was acting suspicious and they thought that she has stolen something, and that would be the end of it. But now everybody can see what happened, and due to the presence of these footage, people are finally speaking up. The truth is finally getting out there. Now, I'm not going to say that every single employee out there is like this. Now, they can't hide behind lies and excuses because there are footage. But situations like this, they don't come out of nowhere. There is a mindset behind it. There is an assumption behind it. And until people really check that, this kind of stuff is gonna keep happening. If it wasn't a mindset behind it, this kind of situation could have been easily avoided. Just let her walk out. If you really think that something was stolen, there are other ways to handle it without chasing her, without grabbing her like that. Now look at the consequences. This woman is going to sue them. They're going to be suspended, and probably they're going to ruin their reputation in the public. And all of this is because of one reason. It's because of how some people see black people as problems before they see them as just a person. And imagine, we are in 2026 and this is still happening. And that is why during these kind of situations, y'all black folks, your voices have to be louder. You have to call out this kind of stuff, because you have seen that ignoring it clearly does not solve anything. There's someone in the clips who say that black Americans need to start suing more people, because many of you face with these kind of problems and you don't even have the courage to report it to the police. You don't sue them, and if you're not suing them, they will not be discouraged from doing these kinds of things. The way they are quick enough to sue you, why aren't you quick enough to sue them if they have wronged you? You got to sue them, you've got to know your rights, you've got to know whether any person is violating your rights, and then go ahead and drop charges on them. I'm pretty sure that if you start doing this often, many of these people with that kind of mindset will be discouraged. They will keep it in their minds. They will be discouraged from showing it out to the public, because they will know that there will be consequences after doing such a thing. All we want is unity. We want peace. We don't want people to feel like they are being watched when they are doing their shoppings. We don't want these young black American women to feel like they are being seen as criminals even if they have done nothing wrong. This should stop. This should stop, guys. Just write it down there in the comment section whether you agree with me. And if you have had any kind of experience that resemble what that black woman had, let us know down there in the comment section. So let me guys know what you think. The best way for you to support me is to click on the like button and subscribe. If there is another person who would enjoy watching this one, please share it to her. See you next time. Ciao.